Mahila, here we go. This is the 210526, okay? It's from 17492 Satan, 85349 reverse extend, 4132 Jewish ordinal, 25272 English summer, and a 13338 prime, and 64943 square to get 210526, which I've got over here. Granby J Phoenix Philadelphia is what that came out to be. J.O. Granby J Phoenix. J Phoenix is a 507. And all of these, the Will Smith, Emily Blunt, Gal Gadot, Emilio Estevez, Shia LaBeouf, Ving Rhames will give you 1161. Okay? So it starts off, some of this cut off, but I've got it on here. So Anchor takes glasses off at EBB AM on CNN. My boss brought us donuts this morning. TGIF. BA Joe Kent going to speak at DC rally. Mount Charleston Lodge burned 5375. Kyle Canyon Road, Las Vegas, Nevada. Or Envy 89124. Albert Linder, 13 January 1996 to 17 September. Boba. Bad Dad Eyes, lifespan of Roger Lee Brown, Christina Krug, broken leg, Table, and Brock. Didn't have chemistry. Why all illness related events happened. 328 pounds, 8 till half a ad AI. Ral, I think that's Rallies. Shuck H. Arat. I are gas hev, nothing personal, died. So Brian Laundry, Gabby, Petito. Or Petito. Let's see here. I messed up today and put this Shuck Rat was actually, I put it as somebody else. Nothing personal, died. Yes, this is what it was actually with that with the TGIF from the other six. That's what it was. But maybe they were close together. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry, and I'm not laughing about any of this. It's just kind of funny the language that when I wrote this. But yeah. So and then I'm sorry it cut off, but it should be rallies, and then it'll equal all these here to get 210 526. So then we had this here. On the radio was Jumpin' Poppy after I had texted Cody and saw that UFO kind of falling star thing over the Cheyenne hangar. So then Jumpin' Poppy. Then I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it. 22. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. 23. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. 24. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, returned to work as Indian scouts for the USSR defending military, FEMA's in Texas from other tribes, in exchange the Muskogee, Phantasm, and Leviat area were offered land and citizenship in Sicily with African hippos and snake, insect, buffalo hybrids with wild plants of energy. 88 juice and Hong Kong beach cuisine. So this equaled, I flushed this. This was Trigub Jeziel Atai Sharon. That was the name. His first name is Trigub Jeziel. and then it's Etai, and then Sharon. So 3149 Jewish reduction, 7190 Jewish ordinal, and 42083 Jewish. So that was that one. Then we have down here just basically some more information about me trying to piece this whole puzzle together with these seals and stuff. That's all that is. So I'll let you take a look though. Go ahead and take a look at all this. Uh, I'll be quiet. So something about Mel Gibson showing up as a father figure, and that was a seal at Lone Mountain. Lone Mountain is a very spiritual park. When I go there and I do a flush, then it's always something like God gives me this download. Like, look, like the Mel Gibson name is going down. Like it, it's little time. Um, like this means the birth. Like it's a 3 day or something. So of course, I don't know, but then this year, I'm staying calm. It's nothing to worry about. It's just this stuff will come up sometimes. So let's get to what we got tonight. This is the flush that's about to happen. This is about to be flushed. This paper here, it's going to be flushed at this AM PM Arco. So that's what's going to happen. And I'm thinking about um not in the sense of opposite humility or anything like that, or like, oh, it's the last, or the first, or whatever, or the trophy, or the banquet, or the wedding. I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like, what is it for the divisions of the peoples? And when Jesus said like the least in the heaven and John the Baptist relation, like, did he mean like the one who gives his name away as the least? Like he's not like a circle of life person. Like he's compacted into one, like he's compacted into one thing. Like take my five fingers and like, what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying like in strength, like he's not legion. Like he's got all the gangs of like the martyrs, the Sidbeck Chronicles, Ephraim. Like he's got all these, and like they all combine into one person. Like, and that's the least. Like that's the least. Like he revealed his name. Like if you know him, you'll know that it's him. Like you'll know it all. Like, and that like that went through the tribulation differently than say the guillotine like of John the Baptist did it. That's what I'm looking at. Like I'm not looking at it like, oh, the last and who shows up at the feast is the best or something. I'm trying not to look at it in those terms. I'm trying to look at it like, how does Jesus look at it? Like what, like for him, like what does he want of canon and stuff? Like who gets done the Bible in his way, like to be his, bride or husband or whatever. Like, does that make sense? So, all right. Um, so this is what it is. It's a gematria phrase, montage and Mohan writings with alphabetic stacking. Work contributed to on lepra kittle compounds, diphenyl, stereochemistry, and the chemistry of sterols. His phytosterolemia, plant sterile storage disease causing the mosaic disease in tobacco plants, led to the isolation of a nucleoprotein which displayed tobacco adrenocortical carcinoma mosaic virus. activity, a backlogging process of a Chronicles BGCA with substance. Ulteriorly, David Harbour as Alexei Shostakov, Red Guardian, the Russian super soldier, counterparted as extreme animal ancient discoveries leading to COVID AI through peril of chaotic title action figure receptor of talk sport and Canaan, Zophar the preacher, Job 11, Ecclesiastes 1, of twin mix with Argob and Aria of 2 Kings 15. That is what I'm hoping is what'll be counted for. All right, I'm really hoping with this because I even have on here how the KJV they'll say like the same word to mean different things because they hid it all in the language of it. Like um it'll say substance, and that means like that'll be talking about, that's not a good example. I don't know. Like let me think. It draft. They're like draft house up there. It'll say draft, and like it'll mean the fore raft. It'll mean like the Pentwater kayak or something. Then you'll read it again, and it'll mean draft like a beer. Like, or and then you'll read it again, and it'll mean in the context it'll mean tidal wave, like a current. Does that make sense? So I have that on here that Shakespeare did that. That's what he did. So then we have this T Safa and Outflow 6824 Jewish Ordinal. And look, I'm saying stuff we already know. We know all that from the code, but it's time to get back to the root of like, okay, look, that's a problem. Like, yeah, we run the code and know it like the programmers of Matrix guys that are in the Arc all the time, but like this is not that's not like a good thing that it was like that. So 38252 Jewish, 4255G English Summer, and 109816 Square. So you get Palin 3825, which is perfect for this. It was so perfect. Back of place again of time further. Like it just keeps going and going and going further. That's what Palin means. To Safa and Outflow, which is the automatic covering of the girls, and then Snellville 4255 Smoke Creek GA. You know what that is? That's that's the talk of the language of the Harry Potter stuff and the connection to the 95 Eazy-E and Joe Pesci, the whole thing, how all that is connected. Then with the Frank Vincent everything, and then Lima to Cuzco, 1098 kilometers. Okay, wanted to put that on there because it shows the gravity and shows how that land is actual cursed land of the villages is cursed land names. The language is against the gravity. Okay, so against the spirit of the gravity. It's against the spirit of the gravity because the healer, you're supposed to be a medicine man, not doing all this crazy shit. Like, with Synagogue of Satan pushed out there like Achilles and everything. So, Sean Randall Parnell is for this here. So, you end up getting Snell Laprine to Safa Mac Lescovu. That's the name. Okay? Snell Laprine to Safa Mac Lescovu. Snell Laprine to Safa Mac Lescovu. Okay? So that's what that is. All right, that's gonna be flushed, and like I said, we're just gonna keep going with these till we got it. But I think we got something with this. I'm really thinking this is what it is because even these guys, Argob and Aria, they were star seeds, and that relates to the star seed of first in the heat for swimming to first seed, and then it also means that the actual star seed meaning is like they get downloads and they're like almost like a mutant of the system of the matrix where like they're easily susceptible to 50 and 51 all that stuff like that's the twinness of that. But see, it's operating as Zophar the preacher, like it has the wisdom as a child of Zophar, and then as a kid, as an adult, as it's going through the cyclical jobs and everything of the persecution, waking up, it's the preacher, so that it's like that's where you get those. You feel like you're causing the deaths in the news and stuff, and I've got the action figures in there. I've got this whole thing of forced basically to do work for Freemasons or whoever it is that was doing all this, which they mention in Red Guardian, all that they go into in depth in that film. Um, and then we've got all this with the tobacco of even the ASAP Rocky and all that, and I've got all the writings accounted for, so we have all that. Okay, and the fights, it repeats a few things. The sterile, that it's almost like a combination of steroid and stale. That it's like it's old and the bone, all that we went over. Me and Mr. Tack Pants went over that stuff. Like that, I don't know. I just I don't want to say I don't know. It makes sense to me, and I think that this would, be something. But all right. So thank you.